Oh, hi, didn't see you there. Because I had LASIK. Just kidding. I had my eyes dilated yesterday, so I don't really need these. Ooh, wow, that was actually really bright. So, yesterday, I went to optometrist, however you say that word. It's a word I can't say. And they numbed my eye, dyed it, got pressure and measurements and stuff like that, and then dilated my pupils for other stuff. And it was really weird because one of the people in the room had 1 drop to dilate their eye, and it was dilated. The girl got 2 drops, and her eye was dilated. My eyes kept doing a thing, so I got 6 drops to dilate my eyes. That's why it's taken until now to make them go down. How far did it go down? It's getting better. It's almost back to normal. Not normal. That's still bright. Oh my god. Why did I choose that light? So that's step 1. Next, August 15th, I go in 3-hour class to 4 hours, where they go through step by step, detail by detail, description by description, each of the different LASIK options and which one's going to be best for me. Because it's not just LASIK. There's LASIK spelled with an I. There's a LASIK spelled with an E, I think it is. LASIK with no I or E, just L-A-S-K. There's a dash there. PRK. And some other stuff I didn't actually look at, but I said I did. So, yeah. Ignore the acne. We'll deal with that in a different video. So, yeah, let's just fast forward to August 15th. So, a little update on my LASIK. It's not done yet. So what would have happened, or what's going to happen, is because the form that I needed my commander to sign in order to get the LASIK is pretty close to expiring, I need a new form to be signed before I can even schedule anything. And then, once that's done, I'm going to be able to see, because I can't even see my phone right now. 2 options were PRK and LASIK. PRK is when they take a device that's like a toothbrush and basically scrub away the epithelium. I forgot the name of the top layer of your eyeball, but they scrub that away after numbing your eye. That's a pretty important part. They numb your eye. Then they take a laser and they shoot it into the tissue that's in your eye and basically shrink it down, and it's what you see through. And then it just grows, it heals back. But that one takes too long, so I'm going with actual LASIK. LASIK is when they take a laser and they cut a flap in your eyeball, and then they peel the flap back, and then they shoot a laser into the part that the PRK shoots the laser into. And then they put the flap back on, and it heals within a couple of days in the most excruciating pain I will ever feel, but it'll be fast, unlike PRK. So, that is where we stand. I will see you. Oh, that was a good thing. I will see you next time. So I finally got my appointment thing done. I needed another memo because I kept blaming the wrong people. It was all definitely my fault. I wore contacts and I needed to wait 3 weeks out of contacts. So that kind of messed it up a little bit, and the reason why I had to get another memo. The memo was taking a really long time. It was in the training room for a little bit, and it took forever for our BC to sign it, and then it had to get the big BC's signature, and it went up to S1. Don't ask me what S1 is, I don't know and I don't care. It went up to S1 for the big BC to sign, and he never really signed it until last minute. I got it Friday, brought it straight to the optometrist, and they were closed for training that day. So that was the thing. But just went in, and now I got it. My appointment for my surgery is October 7th, which is about 4 weeks out. And the only really weird part about it is I have to go back for next day checkup, which is my birthday. Happy birthday, you can see. So yeah, that's all the update we got for now. So I'll see you next time. So I done goofed, and it was a goof that really could have gotten me in trouble because it is punishable by UCMJ to miss an appointment, and that's exactly what I did. Because we all know the appointment was on the 7th of October, right? You with me so far? And I was called the Friday about it, which is like the 5th, the 4th, one of those two. And it was recording, and it said, "We are calling the patient born October 8th to confirm your appointment on October 8th. So I was like, did they move it a day? A little weird, but okay. So I went in on the 8th. They did not move it. That was the 1-day checkup. So that's great. I had to go get the same paperwork I've had to get signed 3 times. I had to get it signed again. So I got it signed by one person. I skipped the chain of command, which also is punishable by the same thing, because you're skipping the chain of command. You're not supposed to do that. But I did. And it got signed the same day. So, I mean, if you don't want me to skip the chain, don't make it work. So now my appointment is on November 13th. And given that it is not October 30th, like the guy I spoke to yesterday and I talked about, I'm going to go home and I'm going to go put in my contacts. I'm actually getting really tired of this stuff, so I was contemplating just putting in my contacts and saying, screw LASIK. Because this is a lot to go through. We have a field coming up. There's one in October, which is really stupid. There was also one in November. I just don't know the exact date, so I said I'm not doing anything in November. Which I could also get in trouble for. But yeah, that's the thing. I just don't know if I want to keep doing this, but it is free, so I kind of do. So, that being said, go home, put contacts in me face, and I'll see you guys November 13th. Well, I mean, you'll see me. I won't see you. Shut up. All of these lights are going off. Got the LASIK. I'm blind. So, I actually really hope this is recording. I can't see if that's a circle or a square. It's doing a thing. So, yeah, I'll check in tomorrow when I might be able to actually see. It burns. All of the pain is now here. I can actually see now. This is great. There's a tiny human climbing the stairs. She stopped. She fell? Question mark. I can actually see now. So we are on day 5 after LASIK. First day was when I actually got LASIK in the morning. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but the 2 options were PRK and LASIK, because those are the ones I qualified for. The other one is just like they take a contact, put it under your eye. PRK, that's the one where they take a device that looks like a sonic toothbrush and brush away the outer layer of your eye, and then shoot a laser in it, and then put a contact over that. But that one's going to come out eventually, and it doesn't really do anything except protect that part while it heals. LASIK is the one that I got, where they take a laser, cut it, and peel it back, shoot a laser in there, put the flap back. And that was painless. There was no pain. Maybe because I had a drug. It was a good drug. Sat there in the waiting room for a little bit. I ended up being the last one, so that kind of made me a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous. They brought me in, sat me down, gave me Scooby, a plushie of Scooby, and they're like, "Here you go for your anxiety." I was like, "Anxiety?" They're like, "Yeah, crush that, crush Scooby, don't crush your eyes." I was like, "Why? Oh God, how bad is this gonna hurt?" And it didn't really hurt. It's just the laser didn't hurt, because first they had to they took a device. I couldn't feel any of it, by the way, on my actual eye. I couldn't feel any of it. They took a device and they brought it down on my eye so the laser could cut the flap. And they did that, and I felt them cut it, and then I felt them peel it back, and I was like, "Oh God, things are even blurrier than when I got in here." And then they put me over on the other machine, put the thing over one eye, brought me over onto the other machine, and then they shot the laser into my eye. But the machine has to come all the way down, so it ensures that, you know, there's no mistake, 0 error. That kind of pressing on my eye hurt a little bit, just because it's like pushing my eyeball back but it's pressure. It's not actual, like, stabby stab pain, laser shooty pain. Everything went dark after he shot the laser into my eye. Like, he was like, watch the laser, and I can see it. It's red. There's a little green line in there you have to watch, but you can see the laser right there, and it just looks like a circle that's just red with a bunch of lines in it. And shot that into my eye, and everything just starts going black. I'm like, oh god, I have one eye now. Not like I have one eye like I'm Odin or anything like that, just like I have one eye. I can see out of one eye. And then they cut the other side, and then shot the laser into my eye, and then that eye went dark, and then he put the flaps down, then they started healing immediately because he put in more eye drops, and then my vision came back a little bit. It was blurry, but there was some things that stuck out that I could see at that moment that I couldn't see before I sat down. And I was like, this is already great. I got home, there was a lot of stuff that was slowly coming back, and then I came back the next day, and he was like, yeah, you're already healing. This is kind of weird, because that was really fast, but you're healing. Just don't get your eyes wet. And make sure to use your eye drops. There's 3 different kinds of eye drops I have to take. One every 30 minutes, and then I take the other 2 breakfast, lunch, dinner, before bed. Not eating them, I put them in my eye. That sounded weird, God. But yeah, I can see. I highly recommend LASIK if you're thinking about LASIK or PRK, or even if you have that, what is it, CPL option, whatever that is. If you can go for some kind of corrective surgery, it's definitely worth it. I am definitely guaranteed that I don't have to wear any sort of corrective lenses for at least 7 years, 10 years, at least 10 years. And even if, as that moment comes, I'm probably gonna be too lazy to actually go back and get it. But if I do need glasses again, they're gonna be weak. They're not actually gonna be that necessary. I can do things without them. So as my vision goes away, I'm gonna be used to it, so I'll probably just deal with it. So, yeah. I'm King Lucid. I can finally see. Thanks for watching. Where's my crown? What, no signing off?